Good morning and welcome to the MAC weather report on this Friday, May 12th, and lots of sunshine for today. Can't rule out a widely scattered shower, especially across northern areas, but for most locations, it's going to be in the mid to upper 60s for another nice day out there. So the headlines, again, nice Mother's Day weekend coming up with high temperatures in the mid 60s to around 70. We warm into at least the low 70s for Monday, and then as we get into Tuesday and Wednesday, we'll have highs in the upper 70s to low 80s for a summer-like feel. And you can see the extended outlook continues to show above normal temperatures and above normal precipitation as we get through later next week. However, we were talking about maybe conditions being quite warm, continuing right on through the end of next week, but we're looking at maybe a cold front that's going to slide back to the southwest from the northeast across Ontario, and that could certainly bring us more normal like temperatures in the 60s rather than high temperatures around 80 or better. So we'll watch for that possible backdoor cold front coming into the area as we get towards next Tuesday and Wednesday. If we look at conditions out there this morning, you can see a little bit on the chilly side, temperatures in the low 40s across the area, but still not too bad. And if we look at some of the soil temperatures, you can see most locations at the 2, 8, and 16-inch levels are in the upper 40s to the low 50s, a little warmer across the southeast part of the state. And you can see no precipitation has fallen since midnight across the area. If we look at satellite, you can see the big low pressure system that's spinning its wheels across Oklahoma, and that's going to keep all the moisture well off to our south, create substance to the north, and thus we'll see just mainly partly cloudy skies. And again, some weak upper level features could bring some isolated showers, but again, we're not expecting any measurable precipitation to speak of until we get in towards next Wednesday, maybe Tuesday night, and we'll keep an eye on that as we go through the weekend into early next week. And you can see on radar that precipitation that's well off to our south, and that's where we expect it to remain. Some isolated returns off to the north, probably most of this not reaching the ground. And if we look at the weather map this morning, you can see that low pressure system is expected to come out of Oklahoma, move into Arkansas, and then off to the east. And we'll watch some weak northern systems move through the northern plains and then drop into the Great Lakes area. But again, these are expected to be quite moisture starved as they head towards the Great Lakes. And these cool fronts are going to just basically keep us from really warming up quite a bit. It'll keep us near normal with highs in the mid 60s to around 70 here over the next several days. But the weekend, Mother's Day, actually looks quite nice on Sunday. This looks a lot worse than it is. Maybe an isolated shower. I think that'd be best chance would be late Saturday and early Sunday morning. This front kind of begins to lift to the north as that warm air comes in from Monday with highs in the 70s. So right now it looks like Mother's Day looks like temperatures will be mainly in the mid 60s, low to mid 60s, with I think probably partly cloudy skies. Again, can't rule out an isolated sprinkle, but for the most part, most areas should be dry all day Sunday. So it looks like a pretty good weekend. And we have pleasant temperatures coming right down through early next week. As far as precipitation here, over the next 72 hours, it'll take us into 7 p.m. Sunday night. On Mother's Day, you can see very little precipitation expected across much of the Great Lakes back into the plains, with the heaviest precipitation staying well off to our south and into the northeast, where a pretty significant amount of precipitation will fall across the big cities. So it looks like a pretty sloppy, wet weekend across portions of New England and along the eastern seaboard. As far as high temperatures on Mother's Day, this would be for 7 p.m. on Sunday night, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, about the same. Again, temperatures mainly, I think, in the 60 to 65 degree range, so pretty nice for Mother's Day. And then if we get into Tuesday, you can see temperatures up around 80 degrees all across the entire MAC area and all the lower peninsula, quite mild as well. If we well, we don't have anything out there for Weather Watch this morning, so you have yourself a great day, a great weekend, and 73s to all.